So our company was really born in the natural channel, and that channel is typically thought of as mom and pop natural grocery stores, the obvious big players that have really shaped the space, Whole Foods Market, Wild Oats, and Trader Joe's. And that is a channel that we know well. It's where we've built our business over the last 12 years. I'm C.A. Webb, and I'm the marketing director at Recycline. Just in the last couple of years, we've broken more into grocery. We're starting to get some traction in drug. We have moved into the mass market and are now at retailers like Target. So when you're a brand like ours, the biggest challenge is building awareness, making sure the awareness is on point and that consumers understand what our offer really is, what our products look like, and then go seek us out on shelf. And you can imagine that's just an enormous challenge. So particularly as you get into the mass market, it gets harder and harder because you're talking about stores that have just thousands upon thousands of square feet, aisles upon aisles that, you walk down our toothbrush aisle, our preserved toothbrush is our best-selling product, our flagship product, and you walk down a long aisle in a big retailer and it just looks lonely. It's one little product in a sea. And so, we have to use very creative marketing strategy to, again, build that brand awareness and then send the consumer down that aisle to go look for us. And over the course of our company's life, we've employed lots of different strategies and are always sort of experimenting and seeing what works and where we get traction and then, investing in that further.
The grocery stores, the majors, Albertsons, Kroger's, Safeways of the world, as well as the mass marketeers are looking to this natural channel for advice and for leanings on how they can communicate with these consumers as well, which is a section of the U.S. population that's growing to probably about 70 to 80 million people. I'm Eric Hudson, founder and president of Recycline. The Targets and the Walmarts are probably going to be better than some of the grocery chains at accomplishing the communication strategy that's going to let people know that they can find these environment-friendly or organic and natural products at their stores. So they're probably the next wave. And I think Whole Foods has a fantastic opportunity in the natural channel to continue to mark their difference, their leadership role.
Awesome, I love this.
Able to highlight your product, which has been great. It has all our cooking needs for our customers.
I love it.
So we got your plate.
I've been very interested in the last year to see, what big companies are sending green messages out into the world because we want to stay relevant and we want to, we're defining sort of the future of what we think green's going to look like. But to be able to do that, we have to understand what's out there. I do think that there are a lot of consumers in the world that are standing at the register asking questions about products that they weren't asking a couple years ago, and that's only going to become a sort of fiercer and more interesting conversation in the years to come.
Growth always happens, and you react to it later. You can see it coming, but you're always hedging, saying, "Well, I'm not really sure that's going to happen. Maybe we won't get that big account." I'm John Lively, and I'm Director of Operations. And a few years ago, we found ourselves in a situation where we were looking at 75% growth in revenue in 1 year and picking up some great big retailers, picking up Walmart, and thinking, wow, we're about to get a lot of people calling to this office, get a lot of activity around one customer.
Every single day, what we are working with here is supply chain management. I am John Turcott, and I am the Vice President of Sales at Recycline. There aren't a lot of people in the process. A lot of things happen via computers and EDI and whatnot. And all of a sudden, they need more quantity than they originally had planned. We need to be in stock in that item. We need to get it to our partners, our retail partners, who tend to work on just-in-time inventory. So they're relying on us to have the product ready and able for when they need it. We're getting this product listed in new retail as of the end of August. Basically, right now, the situation is we're about 90 cases in the hole. I think we're about 2.5 weeks late.
When you say 2.5 weeks, do you mean that's how long they've been open for? They've been open for longer than that.
There are a few stories of where our processes hadn't caught up to our business. That was difficult. It was difficult to speak with our customers about why things weren't shipping on time and why there were problems with the shipments.
I think we really need to seriously consider moving our manufacturing.
Yep. No, I understand.
We know that's going to happen, so we try to put ourselves in a good position here such that we can react to that.
As we've grown, we've been able to take steps with other vendors, larger vendors, and say, hey, do you think you guys can take on this inventory management piece? And we're at the point now with the toothbrush, which is our most widely distributed product. It's been around for 10 years, and we're able to take that to a manufacturer and say, why don't you guys control all the inventory, make all the calls there, let's help you direct it and manage it, but otherwise we don't want to be involved in the details. And that's been fantastic. As you get up in volume, I think the cost of keeping it in-house is much larger than outsourcing it.
Each channel that we deal with has different challenges and is structured somewhat differently. Trader Joe's is quite unique, I would say, from all of our other retail partners in that they order only one product from us. It's a 96-unit toothbrush display. So they order it regularly. We know generally when their orders are coming. We know the general quantity, and in talking with them, we know what the growth rates are. With other natural retailers, take Whole Foods as an example, we ship to a distributor, and then ultimately Whole Foods places the orders on them. Some of the, Targets, Walmart, Costco, those kinds of mass retailers, they are very good at doing things economically. And as well, they have a lot of resources, so they can cut the time as well as the cost by ultimately picking up the product. I think at the end of the day, when we look at Whole Foods and Target, for instance, I think as we do any retailer, it's a matter of how can we build a long-term relationship with this particular chain. What ultimately makes them successful? If we can understand what makes them successful, then we will have a leg up in terms of our products being successful with them.